Welcome to Larry's Library. Finally, we're doing the conclusion to the Bone Orchard Mythos. This one's called Tenement. This one's also from Image. It is 328 pages with an MSRP of $39.99. But don't be a chump, don't pay that. Get it from a good discounter like InStockTrades.com, where at the time of shooting, it's still in stock and they have it for, $23.19. So, of course, this is the writing of Jeff Lemire with art by Andrea Sorrentino. This collects the 10-issue miniseries Tenement from 2023. This, as far as I can tell, is the conclusion to the Bone Orchard Mythos series. This is kind of a sprawling and enthralling story concerning 7 residents of this apartment building, and it's creepy as hell. If you're in for that, you're gonna love it. And this was the most satisfying of all the 3 different books of this saga, for sure, as it should be being the conclusion. So these 7 residents, they basically discover that their building is sort of a nexus of realities with portals and passageways to various hellish dimensions. And you probably figured that much out if you've read the other ones. I should have prefaced this video by saying if you haven't read the other Bone Orchard books, or this one, you probably shouldn't watch this video, not just yet. And I will link up either maybe down, I'll probably do a pinned comment with the other videos in this that I reviewed. The other books in it where I did review videos, I should say. Now, this does do a fairly good job of tying together some of the plot points from the other books. Fairly good. Sadly, we do not see Trish and Jackie again from 10,000 Black Feathers. And that is a real sore spot for me because I really wanted to see those girls again, and I wanted to see exactly what happened to them. And if this is the conclusion and Lemire doesn't revisit this, well, then we're never going to see any more about that. And that is very saddening, I gotta say. That's a bummer. Yeah, we are introduced to some great characters in this. We have a detective character that sort of unravels much of this with a big twist on his character arc for sure. And that was great. Love that, the Felix character. You got the little boy and his mother, which are my next 2 favorites in this. I mean, then you've got a drug dealer, you have a punk rocker. I mean, it's great. It is a really great ensemble cast mixture of different kinds of characters. Very well done. Bravo to Jeff Lemire for that, for sure. This would make a hell of a miniseries or a couple of movies, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if he hasn't already sold the rights for this one. Now, one thing that does trouble me about this book a little bit is the art. Now, I love the art, don't get me wrong, but at times I wonder if it might be a little bit too good. And I have to wonder about the whole AI controversy, the AI question about this art. And some things I discovered about it kind of make me wonder if something isn't going on there. I hope not, because I love this art. But there's a dragon creature at one point we see. I won't say exactly what it is, but in case you haven't read this yet, but it looks very, very much like, I haven't put my finger on it exactly, but I've seen that face before, that dragon face. I don't know if it's from a video game or a movie. I did a little reverse image search trying to bring it up and didn't get any really satisfying hits on that. But it just looks too familiar, okay? And speaking of familiar, one of the main characters in this, the boy's mother, she looks a lot like an actress that I don't have the name in front of me in my notes, but I'll pull it up and I'll put it on the screen here, and I'll show you her photo. She's an actress that I know her from The Good Doctor TV series, and the mother character looks like she was modeled after her. Her face, her frame, her build, her facial expressions. I mean, to me, it's a dead ringer. I don't know. Now, I haven't compared stills from The Good Doctor to art from this yet. I have in my head, but I'm going to, and I will put it up here or on the screen here, and you judge for yourself. I mean, it seems very remarkable to me. Now, I don't have a problem with photo reference or even life reference for art. I think that's completely valid. And maybe that's what he did here. But I'm not sure it was a great idea to use a popular TV show actress. Now, maybe she's not that popular. I mean, I couldn't think of her name, but that's just me. I'm an old guy. I forget a lot of things nowadays, so I don't know. So maybe she's obscure enough to not be completely recognized. But I mean, I saw it right away. But maybe it's just me. What do you think? Did Sorrentino model that character from this actress? I don't know. But I'll let you make that call. But like I said in the last review for this series, I really hope we don't find out that some of this art is AI. You know, 'cause that would be a bummer. Because I really like it. It's really well done. It's beautiful. It's very detailed. Again, very Jay Lee-like. But I know with some of these AI prompts, you can put in a style, an artistic style, and it will try to mimic that. So, I don't know. That's the age we're in now, apparently. But as far as the book itself, it does have a pretty great conclusion. The ending is pretty good. But it does leave enough dangling plot lines, I mean, you know, that you could explore more. Now, I don't know if Lemire has a plan to do that or not. It'd be nice if we did get more, but from what I've read, I think this is the conclusion. And now, as for this book, what can I give it? As a standalone, 8 out of 10. It's just not, it's not complete enough to get a 10 out of 10. Not in my mind. And I really wondered and struggled with this review because I thought, you know, what would happen if an omnibus of Bone Orchard Mythos was put together that collected all three things? It'd probably be about, let's see, maybe 600 to 700 pages, so totally doable as an omni. Would it read better? I think it would. I think it would read a lot better. Because this one being longer read better than either of the other two that's much smaller in page count and in scale. So I don't know. I kind of wonder, I think if this was one giant omni that collected all of the parts, I would have probably went 9 out of 10. Maybe. And maybe that'll happen. Maybe they'll get me. Maybe they'll get me to double dip here one day if that does happen. So I'm curious what you thought of it if you've read the Bone Orchard Mythos to completion. Were you unsatisfied with with the endings to these various things, and did they not bring enough plot points together at the end? And I thought in some cases, some things were kind of glossed over, like Cain. I don't feel like I understand exactly what Cain was. And did I miss something? But I don't. It doesn't seem like there was enough detail given about Cain. For example, there are many other things that are just kind of glossed over, and which is not very Jeff Lemire-like, I don't think. So I'm curious of how this came together, and if he had some trouble maybe. Maybe he had too many balls in the air, because, I mean, he writes a lot of stuff. I don't know. But overall, I did enjoy it, and if you like dark horror and fantasy, you're probably going to love this too. And like I said, I give it an 8 out of 10. Hope you like taking a quick look at this, and I will see you next time.